ring game taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Speaking of politics as usual, that's a good segue into the final fight that we have to recap. Fucking Teofimo Lopez and Sandor Martin. Politics as usual was the fucking word because Teofimo
politic ass decision.
Yeah,
I was in the building for that.
So Pete. So
let him start it off. You're right. Shout out to P.
Yeah.
I mean, I can start from the beginning. You want me to just go? We just want to skip to the main event.
You know what? I want to hear the vibe. Give us the vibe, then the main event, then we gonna talk about the undercard a little bit.
The vibe was cool. The building, I mean, it's the typical top ranked card. Starts off very slow, and then the crowd just comes in by the co-main. By the time the co-main is starting, everybody just is completely in their seats.
Of course,
seems to be a top ranked thing, like amongst anyone else. But it is what it is. It was dope. A lot of people came for Tio, but I'll tell you who a lot of people came for, and it was Xander Zayas. Like, there was a lot of people that came just to see him.
He got next.
Unfortunately, he didn't look good, but
no, he did not.
So,
yeah, he was alright. Like, he won, but I think it's funny, y'all. So shout out to my nigga Key Soprano, Jersey stand up. We was talking about it, and I was just on some I think he finally fought somebody who was like a legit fighter, who wasn't just gonna be on some you hit me and I'ma cover up and survive. Like you could tell he had some kind of craftiness with it. Like he was countering, he was rolling with punches, he wasn't intimidated, and he really came on in the second half of that fight. But
he did, but Salazar was just tough. He was just tough as shit.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna. I mean, look at 154. I don't think that's a bad performance. It was more of you finally running into them sharks now, nigga.
I think his power. I think his power 154. He's good enough boxing wise, but his power, because you remember he started at welterweight, he was just clearing guys out.
He still he still feels like he still feels small for 154 to me, honestly.
His power isn't there like it was. I mean, honestly, it was 147, but he's still talented Puerto Rican fighter for sure. He's only 20 years old.
He needs to work on his defense. He needs to work on his accuracy. He's still.
I like his punch placement. Offensively, he's a fun fighter, but defensively, he definitely got to work on his defense.
He's more further ahead than Berlanga and Verdejo ever were.
I mean, that's not saying much, but I get it.
I mean, I feel you, but it's saying much that these the motherfuckers is supposed to be y'all next stars.
Yeah. And Berlanga was on Twitter, kind of crying about it. Why are they comparing us?
Yeah, it's like nigga, your monkey ass is suspended because you couldn't handle a little pressure from a fighter. You had to resort to biting like a bitch.
Fuck. I now remember. Damn.
This is he's incidentally suspended from New York. Still, I checked.
Suspension is over. His suspension is over now.
Oh, it's over now. It's over.
Yeah, about that shit. He tweeted it out. I'm back. Suspension over. Nobody cares.
Well, was that today? Was that recently?
That was a couple of days ago.
Okay, I checked.
Yeah, dude's argument.
Nobody cares.
It's true. No one does. Nigga, you was biting, bro. Like, the fuck.
And he was biting in a bad fight too.
But Bob got to cut. I mean, please. Like I said before, even though he got another main event, please don't main events.
But by the time the main event started, everyone was ready. Teo had a nice crowd behind him. There's a lot of Hondurans here in New York, so he's always gonna have the Honduran crowd. And yeah, I think they both sucked all the excitement out of the fight once the fight started. So let's get into that because that was a rough fight to watch.
One of the things too is I didn't think it was that rough of a fight to watch. I was like,
I don't think so either.
I mean, not like rough, like dirty, but it was just, it was kind of an eyesore.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, I actually thought it was kind of intriguing mostly because I mean, it was just, I mean, one thing was clear: Sandor did outbox Teofimo Lopez.
Clearly,
he did. He clearly did. you know. But it was just one of those things. It was just like
Sandor took that sleeper thing literally. He was a sleeper in this fight, coming into this fight, and he put us to sleep because. Yeah.
Dude, hold on. If he was a sleeper, then Tio was comatose.
Yeah, because the funny thing is too, Teofimo, like he was coming out as he used to do, but Teofimo was walking into all these counters, and then that first knockdown where he walked into a fucking check hook and got put down on a flash, on some flash shit, I was just like, oh.
Well, I gotta look back at it because the first one looked like a slip.
Yeah, the first one.
No, the first one.
That first one was clean.
To me, the second one, even though it's more of a rabbit punch, the second
one of them was
a knockdown.
I gotta go watch the fight again because one of them was a slip.
The second one seemed more legit, to be honest.
The second one should have been rolling knockdown.
The second one to me was legit. Actually, now I think about it.
They're talking about that shit was cuffing. Like, no, there was no cuffing. Like,
the first one was the first one was the better punch.
Right.
The second one was the better knockdown, but I think both should have been called.
Yeah, but only one of them wasn't. That was the bullshit, you know. And then after that, it's like Teofimo. One thing is Teofimo just didn't know how to handle someone with that who had movement, who could actually could fight going backwards, all that other shit. He couldn't handle it. So his only thing was to move forward and move forward and get countered. That's all he was doing. Like, he was just like his father wasn't telling him shit in his corner. It was like, it was just like, yeah, like you could see that he was thinking, but he wasn't thinking the right things. He was just like,
honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, my nigga. It wasn't a good night for Eddie Lopez.
Yeah,
both them niggas was trash. On 2 different main events, 2 different countries.
Yeah, I had both of them winning, but they both looked horrible. Yeah.
Honestly, the Lopez against Warrington looked better than Lopez.
Luis looked better than Teo.
Teo's a prime example of why I can't really rate a fighter moving up in weight to be the elite or top 3 in their division. I mean, unless you're special like Shakur in a way, you know what I mean? And I thought Teo might have been special, but clearly there's weight divisions for a reason. 140 is looking pedestrian, man.
Yeah, because number one, I think his power's not really. It's taking a little bit more for him to hurt somebody, and in this particular case with Sandor Martin, he hurt Sandor more with the headbutt, and it wasn't intentional. It wasn't a dirty fight, but the headbutt was the one.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah. Yeah, dude's nose kind of blew up instantly. Sandor Martin's nose. So he was fighting against that, and that it was broken and it was bleeding. So I give Sandor more credit because he was still trying to. He was outboxing him and he was still fighting with that going on.
I had dudes saying he beat Turbo Fist and Josh Taylor. I'm like, okay, he better face Pedraza's type next first before any of that shit.
Yeah, and then Sandor, like I said, he was doing what he wanted to do. Like, he wasn't getting caught with any stupid shots or anything like that. Yeah, Teofimo was just getting outboxed, and it was just like. I was like,
and since he wasn't throwing enough, he was clearly getting outboxed. He wasn't trying enough. It was almost as bad as the Mikey Garcia shit.
Right. Yeah. And
matter of fact, Mikey Garcia pressed dude even more.
Wait, hold on, LB. Who'd you have won in this fight?
Martin.
Yeah, Martin won this fight.
Like 6'4"?
6'4" was.
I thought Teo.
I thought Teo won this.
I thought Teo won by a round.
It was close. Martin was being too spoilerish for my liking.
I thought Teo won by a round, to be honest.
Because I think too is because I think they just rewarded Teo for going forward, and then Sandor wasn't.
That's all it was.
It was basically Carmona JCM all over again. Cesar Martinez and a Carmona type fight,
Yeah, he was moving forward and everything like that, and then
Martin did more to win. Martin won more decisively than Lopez won to beat in over Warrington.
Right. So it was just a horrible night, and you can see the crowd was not fucking with the crowd. I know Pete.
Neither punched and neither threw enough punches.
The crowd was booing by the 5th round. Right?
Yeah.
So I was booing by the 3rd.
Yeah, it was.
Y'all niggas do it. Like, throw some punches. The fuck.
Teofimo was just because he didn't want to get counted, and Sandor Martin was just he had a plan, just wasn't enough in terms of what he was trying to, he wasn't throwing enough.
If you would have upped his work rate a little more, it would have been a lot more clearer to what was going on. Like sometimes, like that's the thing with boxing. Like some people could sell their boxing better than others. Like, and if you can't sell it, like if your punches don't come off dynamic or clean or whatever, or the fight's so pedestrian, you just have to throw more punches. And it's like Sandor just couldn't figure that part out because he had it in a place where if somebody just kind of goes on like a good little 15-second run offense, they could swing every round clearly to themselves.
Right.
And neither guy was like trying to do it. And Martin just kind of, he won the rounds on the most technical of technical boxing.
Right. Right.
You're not gonna give Teo a Heisman night, you know what I mean? Yeah, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like he would have to. That's why I feel like they took away the knockdown, because then he would have really won that shit.
Right.
Yeah. But they had to, because it's like, damn, like, and that's why I see Martin really would have made a case if he would have damn upped his output.
Like 97-92 was 97-92 for Teo was a little ludicrous.
Yeah, it
of
was
course.
Close. Yeah, it was. There ain't no 97-92 for no Teofimo Lopez.
If anything, they could have just if they didn't want to rob too hard, they could have just did a draw.
Right.
But then that kind of kills Teo's star.
It would have been hard to do a draw with that knockdown.
Yeah.
Unless
they managed the robbery, so fuck it, they were.
Yeah, right.
It's hard because of the knockdown. I mean, they figured it out eventually. Like,
right?
They had the nigga they wanted to win.
Facts. But yeah, Teofimo though, like, he said it's like, what he was trying. Oh no, he wasn't a good dance partner. I'm like, bruh, that's not. This ain't pro wrestling, bro. Like, you have to win the fight, bro. Like, you can't be on some.
And we just saw fucking Inoue destroy somebody who did way less engagement than Sandor Martin.
Right, like you're supposed to be able to, to actually handle that. And then you have them. Then afterwards, Top Rank, they did him dirty with the hot mic. Where dude had a whole bunch of self doubt and everything like that. Which Teofimo was playing off like, "Ha, I did that on purpose." Like, no, nigga, you didn't do that.
I felt kind of bad. I mean, I didn't feel because like, even before that, like
because I was. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You go.
I was gonna say, because I was there, I didn't hear that then. I only heard that when I got home, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, he really said that. I had to think. I'm like. And then when I heard it, I'm like, "Oh wow!" Like,
I felt bad. Yeah, I mean, because like first his wife was you could tell his wife was being a bitch and wouldn't let the baby in the ring or some shit. Like at first before.
But that's a crazy situation. That baby.
I'm gonna keep it 100. He's got so many more things to worry about other than boxing. He should legitimately think about taking a year off and dealing with his shit outside of boxing. But unfortunately, Teo looks at boxing as his escape from all that, and it's like, but you're
running into it.
Yeah, you're not even doing well here. So
and the elephant in the room everybody's talking about obviously is maybe finding someone else to put in the corner. Not getting rid of your dad, but getting somebody there.
That's always been the elephant.
But the thing is, though, he had Joey Gamache in his corner, and then and those are the fights he looked like he got next. And then all of a sudden he's not in his corner, and his father is no trainer, it's just, and then you can see he doesn't offer anything, so he just looks mid. He's been looking like
Teo was just getting by on talent. That's all it is, and it's with all the distractions and shit going on, and the unresolved issues with his wife, his father, and all that shit. The talent is gonna run out, and it's gonna run out soon. In this division at 140, and it's only so long you can be super selective with the odds.
All of 140 is looking at him as food.
Of course, like dude, Sandor Martin looked at him as food, and most of us picked him to fucking lose.
Right. Pro Gray after that was like he was sympathetic, but he was like, yeah, he has nothing for him, like nothing.
Elvis was talking cash shit on Twitter.
Bro, I think like
Elvis
even
Rodriguez. I was like, damn.
Like they could pull Jermaine Ortiz up, and I feel like Jermaine Ortiz could probably beat up Teofimo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of guys. Because I'm saying, like, before, they were mentioning Angry Fist, Taylor. Oh, he beat
William Zepeda. William Zepeda might beat Tio.
Would actually KO him in this state. Like,
would y'all say? Would y'all say Tio's top? Can y'all say Tio at 140? Is he top 10 at 140?
No.
Hell no. At 140?
I'll tell you this.
He was number 5, type of shit.
This tail would lose to. This tail would get starched by Ryan Garcia.
I know, low-key, I favor Ryan Garcia against Teofimo, and I wouldn't even blink twice, probably.
The question is, who would you pick Tio to beat? Not who would he lose to?
Pedraza.
He probably won't spark Pedraza out.
Well, yeah, they need to get the. Well, all I know is that they might need to make that Pedraza fight just so we actually know.
I heard Barboza.
Well, they can't. They can't now because Barboza's fighting him. So then it looks even worse.
Barboza will probably lay a whooping on him too.
That sounds like I'm not gonna lie. It sounds kind of a snoozer because that's supposed to be on the Oscar. Oscar pulled out of that Navarrete fight.
Valdez got hurt, so he's not there anymore.
Damn shame.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Now it's some Liam. I don't know. There's too many.
Liam, dude that got knocked out by an 18-3 Filipino.
Who? Liam what?
Yeah. It's not a good fight. It's unfortunate.
What's his name? Liam Nelson.
Wilson.
Liam something.
Liam Wilson.
Liam Wilson. Hell, I'd rather see him fight Liam Neeson.
I have a very particular set of boxing skills.
Yeah, but now Teo needs to. I don't know. Teo needs to put it together because it would suck for him for his apex to be that Loma win. But it looks like that might be the case, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
If he don't do something, man, honestly, I think he nailed it. With all he got going on, dude, you need to just walk away from boxing right now and get your shit together.
The thing is, I never thought that he was. It's funny because I know a lot of people make a lot about his fight against Nakatani, and I thought he won that fight. But the way he complained about the Nakatani fight was kind of the first inkling in my mind of okay, he's not he's a little fragile, and I think more and more we're kind of seeing it. He's not. He's fragile mentally, and I think also that was the first time we heard about the family drama shit. They were pushing that on the promos for that card. I remember that.
There was a whole bunch of that nonsense, and then so when Teofimo was like, "Oh, I can't find anyone that's that taller than me," because Teofimo he struggled with Nakatani,
and
he still won. Clearly, that's the thing.
But then he made up for it after sparking Comey, even though he could have got sparked.
Yeah,
but that's the talent in overdrive, and then the talent was still in overdrive against Loma because Loma, after having such hard fights with Linares and Campbell, all this hype from Teofimo, and you didn't see him just spark out Comey. You're like, okay, I can't jump on this young dude like this. Hold on, let me give him a couple rounds. Let the file download.
But then after after the second half of that round, he was second half of that fight, he was working Teofimo some serious.
He was, but then Teo still clinched the 12, and the rounds were competitive. It's not like he was just battering Teo and Teo couldn't niggas act like that shit was niggas make it like it was Vlad versus Brewster or some shit, and no,
not at all. But Teofimo, I think it's important that now I just hope whatever he's going through, he gets his shit together. Because
and just admit you got a problem and just gracefully fade away, because all this corny shit he be doing, and I don't know how this motherfucker got so cringy.
Yeah, the whole
That's
Willy
just-
Wonka shit. I was just like,
The Willy Wonka shit, then trying to
The
play
Willy Wonka-
off the whole I still got it. Then just everything, like nigga just chill. Like I don't know. Like he comes across like as a corny 50-year-old father or some shit. Like
I think I guessed his head off the Loma win because I guess I heard people say he was humble before, but after the Loma, he wasn't the same person. You know, like talking to people and stuff. He wouldn't talk to the same people. You know, after he got all those belts. So,
I mean, I could believe that. Like,
Yeah.
You see, all the energy, the interviews were different. Like, remember that's when niggas start getting into the whole Precious and and look how ESPN still be calling this motherfucker damn undisputed.
yeah, that's just
Annoying now. Like, and like, damn, Top Rank, y'all don't check these motherfuckers. Don't y'all got Devin Haney?
right.
Like, what's the point? Y'all devaluing the motherfucker y'all promoting. Like, which one is it?
I
And
knew Teo was corny when he brought all his belts to that damn Canelo fight.
Canelo, yeah, that shit was like,
That
that
sealed
was
it.
super corny.
That sealed it.
This shit.
It
You
was
bring
like,
your belts to
why?
a picnic, nigga, not to somebody else's fight. Like, just why? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it would have been something if, hey, I'm gonna be on the Canelo card too, and I'm gonna find, but there was no reason for him to bring.
Now, if he had done that to Josh Taylor, I could halfway accept that. Like, okay. But no, not to Canelo. That's just really
yeah,
stupid.
because it's like, what are you promoting? With Josh Taylor, at least it kind of plants a seed for like, okay, I'm gonna move up and, you know, hey, look, this is what you got coming for you. Like, okay, fair, granted, you know, I'll allow it, but the Canelo shit was just so random. That's like I don't know, like that's like Gamboa showing up to a Kell Brook fight with belts. Like, I don't know, that's just some random shit, man.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Yeah, Teofimo just needs to, this boxing shit. Like, if he wants to continue his career and he doesn't, end up in the wrong end of a highlight reel upset, he just needs to fade to the background, handle his problems, and come back with a clean slate.
Yeah, get that shit straightened out with your wife, your kid, because you're trying to put almost like a newborn baby into the ring with like dozens of people.
You hear me to Mike yelling, I can't bring my kid in here, I'm like,
They're like, nah, nigga, like, and you're trying to hand them through the ropes and like, bro, like, like, dude, like, where the fuck is your head at, my nigga? Like,
yeah, I know. Top Rank is gonna be like, Jesus, like, this was supposed to be a showcase fight, and now this guy is like, I mean, truthfully, whoever the match, I mean, obviously, I was happy with Sandor Martin stuff for Jaza, but the
of course,
should have been like, what the fuck? It's like, should have really.
Sandor Martin was the safest fight you could give him.
Mm-hmm.
Who was more safer, but it was still a progression over Campo.
Right. Yeah. Right.
you see what I'm saying? It's like at 140, you could only play in the swamp. Like, one of them lily pads got a fucking alligator underneath it. Like at 135, you was like, okay, I got a bullfrog. Okay, this is a mosquito. It's a water moccasin. At 140, it's like, oh shit, the alligator, bull shark. Like, redneck swamp people ass nigga with a fishing line. Hold on, like, you got a small ass manatee.
There's piranhas here, crocodiles here, stingrays here, and then a little guppy fish. Like,
yeah. Even the guppies be having hands. Like, he just lost to one.
He lost to that guy with like a 50% KO ratio.
Yeah, getting his head snapped back. Like,
yeah. So I mean, either take a year off or do something in the corner and fight like I don't say a soft touch, but fight somebody with the name that.
Nah, it don't get no soft.
I don't think there's such thing as a soft touch at 140.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Pedraza is like the most realistic one,
No,
I mean, shit, how about bring back Jose Vargas?
no.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is part of the softest touch.
Like, if you're gonna make it, if you're gonna do a soft touch, don't make it that obvious.
Yeah,
facts.
bring Jose Vargas.
You gotta just you gotta train and you gotta you gotta look good, man. It's like the takeover, like the game is like buffering right now. Like you gotta take the cartridge out and blow it right now. Like
no, you gotta bring it to the little repair shop.
Shit, they might want to put a game genie in this motherfucker soon.
Man, I mean, the takeover was a special time, though. You know, see him like when he was coming up 4 or 5 times a year and knocking dudes out. But
yeah, but I think as David Henney said, I think on a tweet, he said he believes that Kambosos probably ruined him, and we'll see. But I mean, it was clear that
wasn't Tio say he would still fight him? He want to fight Kambosos again?
Yeah, he did. But why? Like Kambosos.
I mean, honestly, in a roundabout,
he might need to do that.
I mean, I would say in a roundabout way, that might be the confidence booster that he needs.
That they both need. Honestly, I would have rather they'd have ran that back than throwing Pedraza at him.
Yeah, Pedraza is just like
because Kambosos needs somebody. The last time Kambosos looked worth a damn was against Tio.
Right.
Yeah. Now he's spending his time on Twitter going at Ellie Sekback. Like how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, like Ebony Bridges is buzzing harder than you, cause like
him
choose up
run 135.
Yeah, he's at 135 too. But I think
they offer him enough to do a
catch weight.
That's it.
137, 138 maybe. Yeah. I mean, Cam said he's going to retire, but I mean, there's rumors of him going to be retired, but he's still got something useful,
Damn, Devin beat him that bad.
I mean, the second fight, Devin, looked like Devin was really gunning for the knockout. He wasn't trying to outjab him, like he was gunning for it. But unfortunately he just couldn't get it. Kambosos is a mess. Teofimo Lopez is a mess. Yeah, and then 135 and 140 are not the divisions to be having all these issues with, especially 140. But then also too, before we go on to the next, I definitely gotta mention the other big baby, since we didn't mention Jared.
We'll get into that because I was the crowd collectively laughed when this motherfucker came out as the Grinch. We're just like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with this guy? I think we all laughed. Like, we laughed, and then we all said, you know what? It's better that he came out as the Grinch than came out as a pimp or a felon. Like, because those were like super cringe. This is
also true.
This you can kind of laugh at. Like, this is more like laughable than the other ones. Like,
you know what? I'm sorry. Like, what's so funny you say about the felon shit? Like, when me and Ron was down, like, downtown Las Olas and all that shit, when the Halloween popped off, I was just surprised by how many motherfuckers was dressed up as prison felons. Like, literally, that was like the #1 costume. Like, just too often, and it was like all types of dudes was wearing them, and I've seen Asians in them, Hispanics, black, like niggas, like white dudes. I'm like what is the fucking appeal of looking like you damn in Con Air or some shit? Like I don't know. So I definitely agree with you, King P. Yeah, like the costume wasn't even corny. It was just more funny than anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was the holiday season.
Yeah, it's the holiday season. He's not in chains. He's not doing it like anything stupid like that. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever, I'll allow it. We all laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
No, I like that gimmick. I mean, at least he's bringing something to the table. Shit,
Yeah, but he's honestly, he's kind of a try-hard. But like, this one was okay.
He is, but he gets the knockout, so it's like you're kind of forgiven.
Yeah, no, and I think overall it was a good performance because he got Jerry out of there pretty quickly. But like, he took too many hands from Jerry. Like, he got hit way too flush too many times.
He did.
He kind of ate him though, which I was kind of surprised. Like, he kind of just juggernauted him.
Yeah, because I was like, God, like it's like Jerry Forrest is not like a feather fist. I was like, yo, I was
slinging the motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the one punch to have him start doing a silly dance and shit. Because Forrest was lighting, but I think it was just Big Baby's hands were just a little bit more heavier than his. Because the final shot that had him Forrest hit him with, like he damn near killed over, and he didn't know where he was at when he sat him down in the corner. And someone had told him like the fight was done, and he was like, "Oh,
he got fucked up." I didn't expect that. I mean, Forrest did it. Again, like you mentioned before the fight, he had that draw with Zhang, and he probably beat Hunter. So he got a draw.
He did. So I mean, it was different, good for him. But Big Baby needs to tighten up. Yeah, I can't. He can't be taking no.
Because he didn't move his head. Like his head was straight there.
And the thing is,
McConnell's.
He's athletic, and he's athletic. Grew up as a boxer, so he has the potential. But yeah, I mean, and being at that heavyweight, you can't take punches at like that. Like you're eventually gonna get caught. But I think that was a very good performance from him still.
Yeah, no, but yeah, he did what he had to do. You got him out there. Then like I said, that's what you're supposed to do. I mean that speaks volumes. Like okay, yeah, you can put him in another high profile fight. Because at least
he's calling out Daniel Dubois. So, but it looks like Dubois is going to get a Usyk fight. Ugh.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But overall, Big Baby, it was a good fight for Big Baby. The two guys that impressed me the most were Tiger Johnson. That was the first fight I saw when I got in. And Tiger Johnson, I like him a lot.
No, I like that he moved down to 140 and because he was one welterweight, but he was on the smaller side. So, he's another player at 140 now.
And then of course Keyshawn looked great against a old savvy veteran, crafty veteran, and
never been stopped before either.
Yeah,
he definitely. And the ref though was looking to stop that because I remember dude was looking a little bit too anxious. Like, oh wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. He's trying to get some hands.
He was trying to no, but I mean, I give Keyshawn a good B+ on there just because he didn't get the stoppage, but he was, it was a really good performance as usual. I mean, I think Keyshawn
No, I was gonna say he put his punches together real good.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, he won that like 8-0, whatever how many rounds it went.
Yeah, those two looked really good. I ran into Bruce Carrington, by the way, who was supposed to be on the card, and me and Truth asked him what happened that he couldn't with the fight because he was supposed to be fighting on that card, and he told us his opponent failed the physical. So that's what.
Of course, it is.
So
yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised too because New York is probably one of the strictest places in the world to get a license on. Because they don't it's very if they find something wrong, they're not gonna let you. Just a minor thing wrong, they won't let you fight.
Damn, my dreams are done. I'll never fight in the garden.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But I mean, it wasn't as bad as Jahai Tucker being 3 pounds overweight. That's unacceptable. It's like you young. What are you doing being that overweight? And then they had to cancel that shit because his opponent didn't want to take more money for it. It was like, no, why should they? Yeah, I mean, 3 pounds. You didn't even try to make the weight. Like, what's wrong with you? Come on,
fat ass.
But overall, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm saying I think Jahai rumor might be moving up to 154 or something.
Yeah, that's horrible for him. He's not strong enough to fight at 154.
Yeah, he's kind of a regular, kind of smaller on the 147 side. I mean, he's young.
He better find a way to get his ass to 147. Lay off the cheeseburgers,
lose some weights.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, it was a very mid-tastic night of top-ranked boxing. So,
I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like it wasn't.
Probably looked better on TV.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah,
in person, it wasn't it. It wasn't it.
Yeah, and I can see that too. I mean, I can see both. But on TV, that's why I was like, oh, this is not a bad fight. But I'd say that.
But then T.O. Martin is not the type of fight you want to end the night on.
That's also true.
I don't even think I would have wanted to begin the night like that either. So
yeah, but you could you could stand a fight like that when it's sandwiched in or it's early but to leave the night on a fight like that is hard. Like, like you like I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever left a night and the fight was like on that level. Like, I can't imagine leaving a place of the physical fight that you watch, and it's like that type of fight. Like, like I've been to like amateur fights, like karate tournaments, them ISK, like them joints back in the day. Like, you see some like crazy shit, like the shit you would see in that movie, Paper Tiger.
Yeah.
like that's the shit I'm used to fucking leaving when, you know, in the parking lot you imitating Ninja Turtles and shit, cause you done see that motherfucker do a split side kick on a nigga head and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my standard of walkout bouts is pretty high. Like,
yeah.
Leaving where a motherfucker's like, do I still got it? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, nah. I'm from the 80s. Motherfuckers was doing some real crazy shit, motherfucker. Like,
right.
You damn right, he king. He the monster king. He the king of the monsters.
Shout out to
Beth.
Adam.
Oh, that's how you pronounce that? I'll be fucking up these names.
You know, but
shout out, salute.
But yeah, no, I did like the card. You know, I like I said. I mean, it like there wasn't anything that was like I thought I was this is like struggle or something, except for Teofimo's boxing, of course. But that was, you know. Yeah,
that was struggle. If Inoue is king, that shit, that nigga, what, the two of clubs. I don't know. I mean, I ain't play no Tonk in a minute, man.
Well, Ace of Spades, you play some black.
Nah, T.O. ain't no motherfucker.
No, he ain't no Ace of Spades. What are we talking about?
I thought you meant Monster. My fault.
I'll say he's a four of clubs.
Fact. He like me ain't calling his ass Joker and shit.
I was about to.
Oh shit. But nah, because it will come off like we not sensitive, and, you know.
No. I mean, honestly, I do feel bad. Like when I was watching that clip, at first it's like, oh, it's kind of whatever, shock value, funny. But I genuinely feel bad. You know, I mean.
See, but then the corniness makes me not feel bad.
Yeah.
T.O. doesn't exactly do himself any favors.
Well, I mean, because today he tweeted, he posted, I still got it, I still have it, you know. So of course you're gonna feel as bad now, but at the time,
you know what it is? It's like he stopped being likable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what, like the Loma fight, like it just. After the Loma fight, like maybe a week or two.
That's the last time I actually liked him. I felt like that's the last time like he was like.
Yeah, like
he was like doing a little dancing after he won the Loma fight, and after that he just became a jackass. Like, you know.
Damn, it's like. I mean, his pops got just worse.
I mean, see, the thing is, honestly, even before the Loma fight, the signs were always there. It's just like I feel like maybe I didn't pay it as much as I did now. Like looking back at it, I'm like. Now that I think about it, like some of the stuff he was doing was really corny. Like,
no, I mean, that's not people that he knocked out.
He went to a Loma fight to sit front row and just looked at his phone all like the whole night. Didn't even look at Loma fighting. I'm like trying to be too cool for school. Like,
but
that's wrong when you end up fighting him and beating him. And
but
I don't see that as corny. That was still likable shit. Like,
I think corny was like when he was like dancing. Like sometimes when he would be dancing or like, you know, celebrating on
the Fortnite dances and
no. I mean, there was one where he was like the guy was slumped over and he was like, because they had some little John beforehand. He was like being extra disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I think I forgot his name. I forgot who brother. I wanted to say Maloney, but I know it's not. It's Menendez. No wait, it
was Melendez with an M, right? I think it was
M. Martin. No.
I forgot, but you don't talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But then like the guy was kind of slumped over, and he was
Malanga. No, Malando. No.
That doesn't sound like.
It's
Maynard.
No, it's not Maynard.
The one that you slumped over, like which one? Like
Is it Magdaleno?
Magdaleno, yeah,
Magdaleno.
Magdaleno, yeah.
Yeah, it was Magdaleno.
Damn, you motherfuckers got me stumbling over the name. Like you knew I knew that.
I use Boxer. I think you Boxer. No, yeah, I remember that because like I was just like that was kind of corny, but I mean that was part of his gimmick, so we didn't really pay.
I mean, to me, that's still his most brutal knockout. Like that. I mean he put dude away on that one. You know, and his brother got upset because he got put away. That was a funny night.
Yeah, when you say that, I just think about the Joseph Vargas knockout.
Yeah, which one?
Nah, the one with the brother like just falling apart.
Falling into another man's arm.
He was crying in this boy's hand,
rubbing his head and shit.
Rubbing his head, pat him down, looking like a terror squad. No, but that was hilarious.
Did they try to fight Zepeda at the hotel? Like,
yeah,
like, oh man. Like,
and I think we probably thought it was gonna be, he was gonna be a live dog in that fight too, but that was kind of signaled the end. No, yeah.
That's crazy because Vargas was the favorite in that shit.
Because Zepeda was coming off the Lundy fight.
Yeah.
Look at mid is. I can't even say mid.
Looking past it, looking like he was ruined.
Yeah.
But yeah, Top Rank cards, man. They always bring the fuckery though. So you gotta, there's always something going on. But yeah, we have one more card, and this is just a preview too. This is probably the last PB. This is probably the last real big card of the year. Or any